What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rise. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where everyone has been asking me in my Instagram, on YouTube, and on other social media platforms about when the release date of the new Maserati Granturismo is, because we know that it will be this year. Now, I actually know the release date and I've made that known before, but that I cannot say specifically when it is. Now, I know a lot of dealerships and people that work there do know the release date, and I've talked to dealers before about it, but it's not something that I can say. But what I will say is to keep your eyes peeled for some big automotive events going on this year. Just kind of, think about what automotive events are going on for the remaining 5 months we have left. And you can probably pinpoint it to a couple of events it will be announced in. And to give you guys another hint, it will be very, very soon. But with that said, this video is about CarandDriver's article, who estimated the starting and ending prices of the new Maserati Granturismo being at $90,000 US to start. Now, I was very shocked to hear that you can get the evolutionized Maserati Granturismo for under $100,000. Now, we lost sight of the Granturismo when it was discontinued as a Grand Cabrio, which is the convertible version, back in 2019, when those were the only models they made that year. But from what I remember, and when I was selling Granturismos working for Maserati of Daytona Beach, well, they were in the $130,000, $140,000 range. CarandDriver kind of pinpoints a few things, and they may be spot on, because these prices may or may not make sense. I'll link you to their full article in the description below so you can see the full breakdown. But the Granturismo name and car is an iconic one in the Maserati lineup. And with that naturally aspirated V8 derived from Ferrari, it made what this generation knows as Maserati music. But it was time for it to go, as of being debuted in 2007 and ending in 2019 with basically the same kind of layout and design. Well, it was time for something new. But with the world of electrified powertrains, hybrids, well, we're not getting the same exact Granturismo that we're used to. But what we know we are getting for sure is a ICE model, all right, internal combustion engine, gasoline powered, petrol powered, however you want to call it. And we know we're getting the Folgore, which is the full EV, being at 1200 horsepower, debuting next year as a 2024 model. But we could also get a hybrid variant as well, launched later on. And we know that the Granturismo will also set the tone for the Grand Cabrio, the convertible version as well, that will be released at a later date. But Maserati may be pricing the Granturismo in a pricing structure that could give it different trim levels, different powertrains, and a different overall GT. So CarandDriver said that the Gran Lusso model of the Maserati Granturismo could start at $90,000. Now, if you guys know what the Gran Lusso model is, or trim level is, well, Maserati kind of discontinued those trim levels and they went for the GT, Modena, and Trofeo, the entry level, middle spec, and top spec trim. But CarandDriver says the Gran Lusso, which will be the luxury model, will start at an estimated $90,000. Again, knowing that you can get a Maserati Granturismo for the same price as a Quattroporte, a Ghibli, and a Levante, well, that is something to gawk at, because even at the Gran Lusso model, which will be the luxury variant, it's going to be a very sought after machine just by basing it off of what the MC20 has done for the Maserati brand, and the design language being handed over from the MC20 supercar over to the Granturismo. So make it that affordable and you're going to sell these things as fast as Maserati can make them. Now, the next trim level could be about $10,000 up, and that would be the Grand Sport. The Grand Sport is the sportier trim level, all right? So may give you a wider grille, different surrounds on the exhaust tips, different wheel options, but that could start at $100,000. Now, that is where I would expect a Granturismo to be at its very, very base. But hey, we still got two more trim levels. They went up another 10 grand, estimated at $110,000. Now, for the Levante, the Modena S here in the United States will replace the GTS, which used to be the V8 with 550 horsepower in the previous year Maseratis. For 2022 is the Modena S with that same 550 horsepower V8. So maybe the GTS is all about power, all right? Some aesthetic changes, interior trims, but it's a little bit more power out of what could be the Nettuno engine. We'll get into that in just a moment. And then obviously we know a Trofeo trim has to be in the works, right? They have it at $120,000, which I just feel like that is way too cheap. All right. And when I say cheap, I say inexpensive, because the Trofeo variant is the top level trim. I mean, just think about it. The Grecale Trofeo starts off at a price of $102,000. All right. But its base price is at $63,000. And then talk about the Levante Trofeo. We've seen those as high as $160,000 plus. So again, the $120,000 Trofeo Granturismo, I'm not quite sure if that number is correct, but at the same time, I couldn't see from starting at 90,000 and going all the way up to 160,000. Either way, all these trims are lower than what the Granturismo started off at from the previous model years. So again, this is going to be very interesting if Maserati follows this platform with the Trofeo GTS, Grand Sport, and Grand Lusso trims. Now, again, it may very well depend on the powertrain. All right. So when you pay for all of this stuff, a lot of the times the trims may, kind of offset you $1,000 here, $2,000 there, different leather options and all that kind of stuff, different wheels. But really, it's the power plant. And we know that we will get a gasoline engine. We could get a hybrid or plug-in hybrid model, and for sure an EV. But when it comes to the ICE models, are we looking at a derived engine from the Nettuno MC20 engine making 630 horsepower? If we're looking at a V6 for the first time in the Granturismo, well, that could possibly put it at a better price range for entry-level buyers. Now, if we're looking at a V8, well, that'll be the first V8 we've seen from Maserati in-house in a very long time. So a V8 could be a game changer, but at the same time, if Maserati puts a V8 in a Granturismo, which we could really hope for, well, then will it be more powerful than the MC20? A car that is more readily available, more powerful than their Halo car. All right, they can put a V8 in it and maybe just give it 600 horsepower, but even at that, potential customers may avert their attention to the Maserati Granturismo with only having a little bit less horsepower, a bigger engine, possibly a better sound with that engine, and a much more reasonable price point with its top variant if CarandDriver is right, just under $100,000 less than the base price on the MC20. Again, there's a lot going on here. I don't think that these prices can be right, but I'm not disregarding what CarandDriver is saying. I'm just saying it would be insane if Maserati had these prices this way. But I know some of you watching are saying that these prices are good. All right, you would love to see these prices. I know some of you are saying these might be too expensive. And I know some of you are with me that this seems a little too low for what the Maserati Granturismo is compared to the Grecale, Levante, Quattroporte, and Ghibli. So no matter where the price point is, it's going to be below the MC20 supercar, which is already going to make it a bargain with Maserati's new DNA. That means their design language, that means the fresh interior, new technology. Everything that Maserati has to offer is going to be something that's going to be highly sought after. But the price, if they make it a entry level price at like $90,000, very, very, very obtainable, these Granturismos are going to be everywhere. You will not be able to keep one in the showroom. That is for sure. But I need your help down below. Do you guys think that CarandDriver was right, starting at $90,000 for the entry level trim and going to $120,000 for the Trofeo? Just doesn't sound good, but you guys check the link in the description so you can see the article, everything they have priced there. And I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. When we see the Granturismo very shortly here, what do you think the prices will be? Let me know what you guys think here. And if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Giving the video a like will help get it up to rankings. More people can see it. And we can have a bigger discussion on how cheap the Maserati Granturismo could be for the 2023 model year. Now, with that said, if you guys want to help further support the channel, always check the links down in the description below. I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, my Cash App, my Venmo, and my Patreon, just in case you guys want to donate an extra $1 or $2 to the channel. I appreciate that extra love and support, guys. Thank you so much. You guys can also check out the Rise merch. You guys want long sleeve shirts, you want fanny packs, stickers, backpacks, everything Ron's Rise is there. I'm also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. So everything I'm posting, Ferrari, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, and Fiat, just in case you guys don't see it here on the channel. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you don't miss one video. And with that said, you guys be blessed, have a great day, and we will talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.